That is the Chapati movement behind me, and we are live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski on JKL. I'm going to tell you about those guys very shortly. They're very noisy. Team Noisemakers. Yay! You're going to want to know what they're about to do this coming weekend. In the meantime, Politics 101 with none other than Robert Alai, Denis Itumbi, and Benji Ndolo here on the bench. Three young Kenyans with three very divergent opinions. Alai, let me go to you real quick.
Yes.
There's a headline that we put up at the beginning of the show on Monday.
Yes.
Same story, two different headlines, two different papers. The Nation said Kenya heading in the wrong direction. The Star, same story, Kenya heading in the right direction. What's that about? Is the glass half empty, half full? What's that about?
I think it's the government money working. Some people, you know, the government has brought an organization here, an agency called the Government Agency, Advertising Agency, which now churns out adverts to media houses. So they control through one point, which means that if you write wrong things about, if you write bad things about the government of Uhuru Kenyatta, today your taps are going to be turned off for adverts. The government is the biggest advertiser. So what is going to happen is that you are going to miss adverts, and that's how they're going to control them.
So what did the Nation say?
The Star has been struggling. So for them to get up, to get more government advertising, they had to twist the story and say that things are looking good.
And the Nation said things are looking bad.
Yes, because people have been criticizing them for firing Galava, or recruiting somebody who is the CEO who has never worked in the media house.
Firing Gado.
Yeah, have you seen the
best
Galava
cartoonist in the world?
It's explosive.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
it is.
You should see the Galava affidavit.
It's terrible.
Yes.
But Jeff, I thought that the Star apologized and said that it was a.
They didn't apologize.
They didn't apologize. Benji, don't create apologies.
No, I honestly
don't create apologies. In fact, the clarification came from Angela Ambido. And let's talk about this poll. Let's talk about this pollster.
Yeah.
This pollster was paid up. We all know Infotrack. We know their record. We know their history. It is a paid up poll. In fact,
who works for free?
Who works for free? Just a minute. That's a good admission from Alai. By the way, in September 12, September 12, 2015, Angela Ambido, in a story written by The Nation, pollster Angela Ambido, and I've tweeted this link on my Twitter feed, pollster Angela Ambido, who was among several panelists who made presentations at the retreat, provided resourceful information on the coalitions, that's the court coalition's potential, blaming the leadership for lackluster performance. Isaac Ongure. It is a factual story. There is even a quote. There was a court retreat. I mean, so basically,
she's in court.
There is even a picture. What I'm trying to say, she is partisan.
Was I in the retreat?
Just a minute. She is partisan.
Who is not partisan?
We're talking about
who is the non-partisan poll?
Allow you relax. For us to believe a poll must be fair. A poll must declare who finances. This poll has not declared who financed it.
Yeah.
So basically, first of all, she's not. We already see where she is. She's already giving strategy for God. How then do you trust a poll from her? But that's it.
Yeah.
Let's now go to the issues of the headline.
Yes.
When I went to school and I got 53% in an exam, and then that's midterm, and then in egg term I get 62%. My report form was written improved. In this case, in November last year, this same paid pollster said that 62% of Kenyans thought the country was going in the wrong direction. Now this poll says 53%. So what is the correct headline? We are moving in the right direction.
No, we're not.
Well, hold on.
No, we're not.
By the way, the same Infotrack had said that TNA was winning in the elections 2013. Remember?
No.
Were they paid?
No.
The same Infotrack?
No. Infotrack, all their polls until 2013 kept saying that Uhuru was losing.
Who's behind Infotrack?
Angela Ambido, and Angela Ambido, I've proved to you, was in the court retreat where they were unable to decide who will vie for president in that party's coalition ticket.
Let's switch gears.
Let me just reflect on something. First of all, my fact check team, some of us are professionals.
You have a team.
The act Itumbi has just read is a repealed act. The licensing officer cannot revoke a firearm license, only the board. That's the true position.
No.
Let's leave that alone.
No. You just can't quote Lozi and get away with it. By the way,
you just can't quote Lozi and get away with it.
Yeah, that's true. But I have the facts here, my friend.
Sent by Duale.
So Benji has a team.
Just sent the facts?
Benji has a team, but I don't have a team. I only have Duale backing me up. But Duale is an MP, but they are the leader of majority.
We know who Duale is.
So, but basically, my friend, already as we speak right now, there is the new firearm licensing board has been gazetted. It is a repealed act.
Yeah, gazetted after taking away Joe's gun.
Yeah, I mean, their term has ended. Even if it ends tomorrow,
talking about Joe's gun.
Can we? You know, when we come to facts, it's very hard for people to listen because they are facts. The Kenya Gazette dated March 15, and I challenge Benji to tell his team to go and buy it. I've gazetted it so that they can move to court and challenge what he calls Alai and the repealed act. The Major General retired Enoch M. Saisia is now the chairman, and 8 other members. Repealed, appointed.
Okay, Alai.
Yes.
Major General Joseph Nkaiseri.
Yes.
Is he behaving like a dictator?
Yes, I think so. I think because you know he's the guy who was behind the Operation Nyundo. You know he's supposed to be prosecuted according to TJRC. He's supposed to be prosecuted. In Jubilee, you cannot be appointed if you are clean, like Alai. You can only be appointed if you are dirty, you are corrupt, you are a killer.
That's a lie. I'm appointed and I'm clean. What's a lie say?
No.
I'm appointed.
Alai,
But you're accused of very serious things.
like what? Like what?
Hacking.
But my friend, I not only won that case at the ICC, but in the Kenyan court too, and I am now suing for damages. Let's stick to
You're
facts.
suing the ICC?
I didn't say you're guilty.
I sued the
I said
ICC.
you're accused of very serious things. That's all I said. I didn't say
Fantastic. That's a good movement. At least you're moving to facts now. You've moved away from
I'm always on facts.
you put all of them here.
But Dennis-
You've just told us Firearm Act is repealed.
Dennis, you did not hike into the ICC server?
Well, let's say this. That matter is in court now.
ICC
I'm
or
suing the
ICC?
government.
Anyway, I'm very confused here.
Have too many things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, maybe I had this conversation and showed him that the Firearms Act and his
But
researchers are wrong.
Dennis,
I think he should go fire his researchers and employ researchers who are professional.
Weren't you once arrested by the government for hacking and blogging?
Yes, I was.
It was very dramatic.
And Benji was there to visited me with a loaf and some milk. I totally appreciate, by the way, Benji. That was brilliant.
Because that's what the Bible says.
Alai.
And that is what the Bible says. What you'll be cooking chapatis and salad too.
I called the CID director then from South Africa and asked them to release Denis.
You did?
Yes.
The same way I have appeared in. By the way, we still
Why
have
would
an
you ask them
ICC.
to release a hacker? No, you said he's a hacker.
I want to face my enemies in the open. I don't want to use any underhand means
But
to
Alai
knock them out.
is a very seriously crafty man. I moved to court with Alai, and one in his replying affidavit, Alai says I don't own at Robert Alai. I'm actually surprised you're saying that is his Twitter handle. Now I have new evidence to table in the court tomorrow.
By the way, Alai, how many court cases do you have pending right now?
Now I think maybe 4 or 5. I don't know.
So you're in court every other week?
Yes, even today I was in court.
You're kidding me?
Yes, for questioning the degree of Alake Wako.
Oh, let's go there now.
And
Let's
the
go
show
there.
brought me the
Correct.
Yes.
And what are they saying?
You know, we've got facts.
Haraki, the one with the most questionable CV ever.
Yes. And you know, he used the ESCC letterhead to order the CID director to arrest Alai. Your degree is your personal property. It is not the ESCC property. Why are you using ESCC letterhead?
And this kind of stuff has to stop.
By the way, Alai, Jubilee government and corruption. Has this been the worst ever corruption levels in our history?
And I'm just shocked. It should be.
And the person who is contributing to all this, sometimes you can't even blame Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto, the ESCC team.
That team.
Yes. What they're doing now is to scare you, then they blackmail you, then you bribe them. Then they look away.
The same team that exonerated
I can tell you for a fact that I know ESCC officials who own houses which they didn't pay a cent to.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, you know, all these are allegations, and
This is a national.
if they are facts, let him tell us where the houses are, how he knows they never paid a single coin. I mean, he doesn't even know their bank accounts or whether there was movement of their bank accounts. I mean, I'm not defending. I do not know.
Dennis,
listen,
excuse me, Dennis.
It is important for
Dennis,
us.
we have an audience here. We have an audience at home. Irene Kano, former commissioner, when they were being pushed out,
Yes.
the allegation was she had been bribed 2 houses, I think, in Nyayo Estate.
Yes.
I'm saying that that's on the record. That is That is part of exactly what the deal was.
Benji worked
as Mumo Matemo also said that, quote, he had come to make money. And I commended the president for pushing those guys out and doing the list of shame. So please work with me.
Yeah, Benji.
On the issue of corruption.
Benji worked as
causing poverty.
Benji worked as a hype man in a disco. So you appreciate him when sometimes he hypes stuff and tries to bring them up. You must appreciate that sometimes the hype gets in. Because, my friend, listen, it may be, he says, I know for a fact Irene Keino was pushed away. That's what Benji has just said. I know for a fact Irene Keino was pushed out, and because there are houses that were there. Then he says, I think in your state. Yet he was stating a fact. So basically, but I will not go to
the location of the houses.
Mr.
Dennis, you cannot come here and get away with rubbish.
Mr. Benji
Irene Keino, and I'm saying this on a national television, expressed how they were put in separate rooms with her colleague and offered ambassadorship.
New issue.
I'm not a clown.
New issue.
I'm forced to resign.
Change from thoughts to another issue. Now let's not get into the dramatic route. The thing is this.
That's the same issue.
The thing is this. Oh, I mean, Irene Keino is out, Mumo Matemo is out. He runs an organization, a brilliant civil society. He is a respected man in society, appears on many TVs. He should, if he believes that was such an that was a serious issue, he should have moved to court as a private citizen.
I'm already in court with Evans Kidero.
Yeah, but he hasn't moved on Irene Keino. He has moved with Evans Kidero.
Dr. Kenneth Omeyo has given us a message.
My friend,
this is fire extinguisher. Gentlemen, let me ask you this question. Hold on, Dennis. Hold on. Real quick. The same ESCC you're defending is the one that said Waiguru was squeaky clean.
Yes.
Squeaky clean.
Now let me get to that. Let me get to that. An investigative agency must be responsible. If they investigate the first time and find that there was no evidence or they make mistakes, and they came out and said, look guys, we made a mistake and apologized, we must be able to trust our institutions. And for us to trust those institutions, they must also be able to tell us the truth.
They apologized or they messed up?
They apologized. I mean, just like, I've seen you on this show, some things are said, and you appear on the show and say, this was said on this show, and we apologize. I've seen newspapers in this country.
No, you don't have to go there.
Why is he the
Newspapers and TVs in this country have a column where they say we got it wrong and we apologize. But Jeff, there's an issue that was raised here, that this is the most corrupt government. My friend, this government has not allowed corruption to thrive. Anytime it has happened, just a minute. The president has admitted that there is left within government. Just a minute. Yes, that's for prayers too.
President's own relatives have forest.
You must allow.
I've written to the Secretary General of UN.
You have?
Yes, because they also have a restaurant inside the UN Gigiri. You see, I want them to remove the restaurant from Gigiri because these people have grabbed the Karura forest.
And the Minister for Environment has addressed that issue and said anybody who has grabbed forest land and it is proved will be kicked out. I mean, you know, we can keep on throwing up issues which have been handled. And Jeff, 88 high-profile cases are now being prosecuted in court. And I have a document here showing the level of where they are. It is not the president's role to jail people. The Kenyan people went to a referendum in August 2010 and decided the role of jailing people when they are corrupt is that role of the judiciary. The president's role is limited in this issue. Kenyans decided from the history we had to create independent institutions from the ESCC to the DPP to the judiciary.
It's very limited. You work in State House. How come it wasn't limited when he was getting rid of Grace Kaindi? All right? Who's the only lady at the top echelons of the force? You don't even have to give me an answer.
No, I have to. Those are appointive positions. Ndolo is throwing issues. This guy is throwing up issues. He's throwing up issues just for the sake of throwing up names. I've given him documents. And Benji, go study this document, tweet back to me, and tell I've given him up where it is, the mentions, whether that case is now at, whether it has moved to the Court of Appeal, where it is. I have actually given him real facts of the 88 cases.
I see.
Just a minute.
But you can't form a tribunal properly.
And before, I'll come to that.
Advisor comes on KTN and says this,
I'll come to
and
that.
then the next day it's
that. See, Benji doesn't like facts. So when they start number two, I have given him another document here of 371 cases spread across 18 counties, showing even 17 governors in court.
Why don't we get
prosecuted?
Okay, Itumbi.
What else, Jeff, can the president do?
I'm just saying, if corruption is so runaway, if corruption is so runaway, why doesn't the president go above the law, throw some people and go get rid of you?
So Jeff, you're calling for detaining of people to Nyayo again now. Are you saying the president should detain people?
Number 29.
Number 29
from Itumbi's document.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the same document.
What do you have to say?
He's trying to confuse us with different.
Which document is this, my friend? Table 1.
But number 29,
Yes.
Richard Langat, NSSF.
Yes.
They try to return him back. Without him, the cases are still going on.
And he's in there.
Richard,
One second. We're not going to allow this nonsense.
No.
We didn't come here for a picnic.
No.
Is Bruce Odhiambo the former president's classmate?
No.
Is he the
No, we
chairman?
were in the same school.
No.
The one classmates.
But they're school. And they're buddies. As per Bruce's record.
Well, they're
Own
same
testimony.
school.
So
I thought
Bruce
Benji
as the chairman.
now all of a sudden Bruce
Bruce as the chairman of youth. You see, for you it's a big joke. But for me,
Youth Fund.
when you sign a 400 million check and rob the youth who are walking around in car washes, smoking and eating mogoka because they're unemployed, for me it's personal. I'm sorry.
Let me react to that. Let me react to that.
Respond.
Bruce Odhiambo is under process. He's been summoned by Parliament. He's been summoned by EACC. The institutions that are responsible and that Kenyans voted for are already in action.
How come he hasn't been
About-
dismissed, Dennis?
About dismissal, he's an appointed person, and the letter has already been written by the CS in charge of public service, because there is a process. Once you go to EACC recommends an action, then the president acts. By the way, number 29, let's go to number 29.
Yes,
that he has raised.
Langat.
There is a clear provision on this. Robert Alai just takes one name on these sides and then brings up rumors. When you go to the end of that on number 29, hearing on 30th March 2016. Wait for 30th March 2016.
No, but
these are proper, clear facts.
3 weeks ago, somebody tried to return him to office and wrote a letter and said that he can.
Did he get back? The institutions of state did not allow. Today
Goodness
these
gracious me,
gentlemen
this
are
show-
not facing the facts.
Gentlemen,
The facts came. That is where we should be.
the facts.
Yes.
And the facts are, there are Kenyans
And
who
your
are going in
briefcase-
for voter registration and finding their facts.
Dennis, show us what's in the briefcase, man. Show us as we go into break. What's in the briefcase?
No, we will be giving these gentlemen a number of documents. I mean, we have many
Oh,
documents.
goodness.
Very many.
That's very-
On laptops. On the issue of
Laptop. Laptop.
Yes.
We're going to come back, talk
Yes.
about that, and talk about the Chapati movement. Chef Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski with Robert Alai, Denis Itumbi, and Benji Ndolo. Talking facts, calling it like we see it. Keep tweeting. Oh my. Back in a moment.